touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Get ready. Get ready. Go, go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Let's go now. 60 out long. 59. Yeah.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Here we go.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
On set. 56. Check 56. I got it. Go.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56 is the mic. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch the safety creep. Shoot. He's crashing. He's checking crash. He's checking. Over. Crash. Go.
They'll run with Drake. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
56, the mic, boys. Go. Check 56. Watch the twist. Mike's 56. Hey, Mike's 56. Don't get nervous.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th, and on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. Now this one is running back out of the backfield. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. 43. Check, 43. It's a party now. It's a party now.
On first down, here's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch the whip.
Now it's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Check safety.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Murray now, over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming.
1st down, Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escaped, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second. Second half.
Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Right back to Drake. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A huge play there for Arizona. 63 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Mike's 5-4. Go. Go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
On 1st and 10, Murray. He's got it to Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Big stop, let's go. Watch twist. Watch stop. Check. Fresno.
Now Drake. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Go. Hey.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Running, it's Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Safety's creeping. Watch the eye.
Now on first down, Drake again. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Shit.
On second down, it's Drake, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
You got nothing. Hustle. 57. Mike, 57.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's another of the Cardinal backs. This is David Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Yeah. 3 balls. Mike, 56. Mike.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 43.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike, 43. All day, bro. I got them.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
At their own 47-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Watch the run, watch the run. Slam, slam, slam. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Yep, go. 56 to Mike. 56, go.
Now Murray throwing on second down. This one caught by Isabella. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
56. Mike, 56, right there. Let's walk. Right. Check, check, check. Shot.
Murray now on first down. Going for the deep ball. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Demir Bird, his second touchdown of the night. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On second down, here's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 27-yard
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Slides. No. Hey, Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Now watch run. Hayward. Hey, watch out.
On 1st down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
You got tight right there. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, look, I'm coming.
They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it's 3rd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
What we got? Mike 56. Watch the run. 56 to Mike. 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. He's going to let it flop. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively. And that is going to be a safety. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Well, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, 78 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Throw caught here by Bird. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this 9-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Hey, gun.
SOS.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
43 is the money. 43 is the money. Watch the glass.
Garoppolo to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
I know we have individual minds, but I think we're thinking it's 1 on this one, and 1 was the number, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick the extra point. Now you need a miracle. You need an onside kick quickly and to do something spectacular.
I mean, going for 2 there, either they felt like this is all we've got left, we've got to win it right now, or they've got some incredible miracle special teams play to get the ball back and give them one last chance.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. Touchdown.
Ain't no such thing as a look.
Hey, 24. Check 24.
He'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's make it.
Check 33.
Murray, one final try. Throw left side, complete to Bird. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They'll go. They
You're exactly right. We both knew it was a long shot.
So for the 9.